Hey guys, so yesterday I finally finished watching the new Nicolas Cage movie, Mandy. This was a movie that I purposely put last as far as the movies I was going to watch for the month of October. This was a movie that honestly I didn't even realize it was out on video on demand on YouTube or any video on demand service. If I did know earlier, I would have fucking watched this as soon as fucking possible. But as soon as I heard it, I was like, I'm doing this for the fucking month of October. There's no doubt. This is a movie that over the past month or so, I've heard a lot about. I've been kind of stayed spoiler free. I've just been told that this is one of the most insane movies you'll ever fucking watch. And like, I've seen some crazy fucking movies, but it's like people have been calling it like this. Like the reactions I've seen from critics to also people that I like watch reviews of have been fucking hilarious. Like I've been fucking curious ever since I've heard about this movie, and even the trailers are like, "What the fuck was that?" Like I think they even like we're gonna do like a limited release in one of my theaters around here, but it never happened, which I really wish they actually kind of would have. But I was pumped to watch this fucking movie, and I was kind of curious what I was gonna get, if it was gonna live up to the fucking hype, or like I said, there's a lot of. I was so pumped to go watch this movie, and I've been watching movies for 30 fucking years. Well, I mean, I've been alive for 30 years. I've seen stuff like Cannibal Holocaust, the Serbian film, the Human Centipede movies. Uh, Last year we had the craziness of like Mother, and this year we had the movie Hereditary. This, without a fucking doubt, is one of the most batshit insane movies I've ever fucking seen. And I fucking loved it. This movie was right up my fucking alley. This was everything I expected it to be and more. Like this movie lived up to the hype in every fucking sense of the word. Even knowing going in that like this was gonna be insane and crazy, I still wasn't ready for some of the shit that I got that they got thrown at me with this movie. It's a movie that I honestly I can't figure. Like somebody said, it's really hard to review this movie because oh my god, dude. I'll get into the one main thing I fucking love about this movie, and I mean it's pretty much the thing that everybody's been saying, so I'm just gonna get out of the way right now. Nicolas Cage is amazing in this movie. If he does not, I know it's not a perfect world. If we lived in a perfect world, and I know we don't live in a perfect world, and I know it's probably not gonna happen, but if there was justice in this world, Nicolas Cage would get a fucking Oscar nomination for this movie. I know it's absurd to think of it, but you know what? This is one of those performances that, okay, Nicolas Cage is one of those guys that you get two kinds of performances from him. The one kind of performance you get from him is the serious leaving Las Vegas type of role that won him a fucking Oscar. And then you get the other Nick Cage that everybody loves, and that is the crazy Nick Cage that from Wicker Man to Face Off to Vampire's Kiss, just to name a fucking few. Just these batshit insane performances. Well, this performance is one of those batshit insane performances amped up to a fucking 11. Holy shit. Like, his performance in this movie is just amazing. Like, and there is a reason why, like, for all the shit that this guy goes through, you can kind of believe that he starts to snap in his mind. And Nicolas Cage is the perfect person to fucking portray a person who snaps and fucking goes ballistic and just starts killing people. Like, that is fucking believable. Like, This is about as perfect of a fucking casting decision I can fucking think of since I don't know when. My favorite parts of the fucking Nicolas Cage's performance, that scene right after he watches his wife burn alive, burned to death. He goes into the bathroom with a bottle of whiskey, and he can't even fucking make the act of crying without making you fucking crack up. He's going for these mixture of emotions, like going fucking ballistic in his bathroom and crying and shit like that, but you can't help but fucking crack up because it's Nicolas Cage, and he can't even make the act of crying just with. He can't cry without you fucking cracking up. Like, this guy is insane. Like, his performance. And then, like, one of my favorite parts of this whole movie is when he's confronting one of these demonic bikers, which I'll get into in a second. And he's, like, yelling at him, You that was my favorite shirt. He's like, because this demonic biker slices his shirt. He goes, "That was my favorite shirt. That was my favorite shirt. That was my favorite shirt." And I can't even do it justice. And then he just fucking goes ballistic on his eye because he fucking cut his favorite shirt. It's fucking hilarious. And then the final shot of Nicolas Cage in this movie, where he sees his dead wife, and you cut back to him, and he's got blood covered all over his face, and he's like, I can't do it justice. I about spit out my pop. I'm like, what is up with him? Like, his performance is insane. Like, goddamn. Nicolas Cage is amazing in this movie. His performance needs to be studied. Like, it does. I'm telling you, this whole movie needs to be studied. Like, in film schools. I am not making that up. This is one of those movies that, like, okay, people that bitch about Hollywood not having any original ideas, fucking watch this movie and tell me that, alright? And this is one of those movies where, like, okay. And then, okay, the best way to describe this movie, if you haven't seen it, is, like, it's two halves of a movie. The first half is the first hour where you're following Nicolas Cage and his wife for about an hour of this movie, and they live out in the woods, and Nicolas Cage is a lumberjack, and there's all these crazy visuals, like LSD trip visuals that you see, like this it's beautifully shot and very innovative, and like how it's shot, how it's made, and everything else like that. And then you're, like, also introduced to this cult leader that's supposed to be, like, Charles Manson-esque, who sees Nicolas Cage's wife walking across the road, and he decides he wants her, and he decides to, I'm not making this up, hire a gang of demonic bikers on ATVs that are laced up with or LSD. I'm not making this up. And they capture him, and then, like, fucking, like, give the wife a fucking LSD and sting her with the venom of a wasp. And what proceeds to happen is one of the fucking trippiest scenes I've seen in my 30 years of fucking watching movies, where, like, slowly but surely the faces of the wife and the cult leader are melting together, and it's fucking crazy. And I'm like, I'm not even fucking, like, doing any drugs, and I'm just fucking tripping balls. Like, I was like, what the fuck am I watching? And, like, eventually his wife gets murdered about an hour into the movie, which, I mean, it's, if you've seen the plot of the movie or read the plot of the movie, you can fucking figure that out. And, of course, the last hour is just Nicolas Cage seeking revenge and murdering everybody. That's, like I said, it's two halves. Like, it's this basic, psychedelic, crazy, batshit insane movie about a cultist that wants Nicolas Cage's wife. And then the second act of the movie is just fucking Nicolas Cage murdering everybody, and it's fucking awesome. Both halves are awesome. Like after the first hour, I was like, okay, this movie can't get any more insane. Like, and it's like this movie was just like, ha 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 ha, fuck you. Wait till you see the fucking scene where a biker has a spiked boner while watching porn and gets it caught in the floorboards, and Nicolas Cage slices his throat open and blood comes gushing out on Nicolas Cage's face. I'm not making this up. This is one of the first scenes I've ever had to watch. I watched and went, wait a minute, paused it, rewind it to make sure I saw what I fucking saw, and yeah, I did see what I fucking saw. Like describing this movie is like I can't even figure out how to fucking describe this movie. Again, it's really fucking beautifully shot. It's like I said, it's on paper like a really basic revenge. It seems like a basic revenge flick, but fuck, it's not. Like it's not like anything you've seen before, especially as far as the revenge flicks go. This is like completely different than anything like such as like I saw Revenge, like the movie Revenge, like a week ago. This is completely fucking different. This is batshit insane, like just nothing can prepare you for what the fuck you get in this movie. It's wild. It's crazy, but I fucking loved it. Like, this easily is probably gonna be on my top 10 best films of the year list. Like, this movie's getting a lot of praise, and it deserves it. Like, I just love that this movie just embraced the craziness and just went with it and said, fuck it. We're just going fucking balls to the wall, crazy. Like, just Nicolas Cage doing LSD, snorting coke at the same fucking time while smoking a fucking cigarette or wielding a chainsaw or there's so many shit in this movie that good God almighty. They said fighting a demonic biker with a boner that has a spike in it. That's the best way. It's like I don't even want to fucking describe it. It's so weird. It just fucking, you have to see it to believe it. Good God almighty. I fucking recommend this movie. I recommend people check it out. And people ask me all the time, what movie should I see? Now, this movie isn't for everybody. I guarantee I have seen that there are people that don't like this movie. Oh yeah, there's going to be people that don't like this movie. They're just like, fuck this shit. But you know what? I'm not one of those. Like, I'm all for crazy Nick Cage. Like, just him embracing this ridiculous, just going balls to the wall, ridiculous performance that he has that like just needs to be seen to believe. Like, I like this kind of Nick Cage, and I like it when he also is, serious Nick Cage. He is a really good actor. He doesn't get enough fucking credit. He's just remembered nowadays more for like shit like Wicker Man and stuff like that, and he is a really good actor, and like he deserves a lot more credit. The guy has won Best Actor before. It's not like he's like never won an award before. He has won Best Actor, and like this is probably one of his best crazy performances, and like it's supposed to be a crazy performance, and that's what I love about it. Like I said, this was a role perfect for him. It was absolutely perfect for him. And like I said, I can't do this movie justice. It's hard to review this movie. I try to portray it like it's very hard to. You have to see it for yourself. I recommend this movie. I'm so glad I watched this fucking movie. I'm glad I saved it for last. Hell, I try to watch this like at 5 in the morning, half asleep. Try to watch this fucking movie at 5 in the morning, half asleep. Gotta go to work the next morning or the next day, and try to watch this and like not feel like you're fucking tripping balls. Trust me. I want to do I want somebody to do some serious fucking drugs. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to do drugs, but I can imagine if you took some serious fucking drugs and watched this movie, you would be having one of the biggest, craziest trips you've ever had in your entire life. I guarantee it. Fucking love this movie. Recommend it. High recommendation. Well worth the hype, man. This is well worth the hype. Yeah, that's as far as the reviews for the month of October. As far as horror movie reviews, I won't have another review probably until next. Good God, my next review is probably gonna be Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm going on vacation today. I'm gonna be going on vacation in North Carolina until the beginning of November, so I won't be able to see anything till Bohemian Rhapsody, which I'm not hearing good things about, which I'm kind of disappointed about. But well, like I'm optimistic. But yeah, that's as far as reviews. I hope you've enjoyed my reviews of like horror movie reviews for the month of October. Honestly, this has been the best fucking month of October doing horror movie reviews since I had started it. Like I did in 2014. I remember seeing a lot of shitty movies. Last year, I saw some good ones too. Actually, I did see a lot of good ones last year too. This year, except for Tales from the Hood 2 and The Nun, all of them have been good. So, yeah, fucking go watch any of those fucking movies. Other than Tales from the Hood 2 and The Nun, I recommend all those. Until then, I'll talk to you.